with the lovely Tracey from Tracey G. And I'll let you do your own introduction because you know yourself well and all the experience you've had over the many years.
Mhm.
And we're talking mastectomy bras
We are, yeah.
today, to shine a light on that whole entire process because it's usually something until you have to go through it, you don't maybe perhaps know not much about. So that's my aim of this call to cover all of this aspects. And Tracey is an absolute legend and very experienced person in this field in Australia. So yeah, so over to you, Tracey.
Lovely. And you're very right. I always say you don't know what you don't know. And unless someone shares that with you, sometimes you think you've got all the answers until you realize maybe you don't. So yes, Tracey Grills. I started Tracey G Prosthetics and Lingerie about 2011, 2012. And this is pretty much my life is mastectomy and really trying to make sure that this space becomes just like any other lingerie store that you can buy pretty and you can buy everything you could buy that before you had a mastectomy or any sort of breast conserving surgery. So I'm really, think would I wear that or, always trying to find that best product. And I hate when I get online and people say, oh, they're just like my grandma. And I'm like, well, my grandma never wore anything like that. So so it's not like that anymore. So
Yes.
it's really great today to be able to share with you just some new products and stuff that, especially people who are maybe rural, remote, or not near a store, or maybe just not in that place that they can go and take their top off in front of someone else, but be able to manage at home. So that'll be really great.
Great.
Yeah, I've got two bricks and mortar stores in Queensland. So one in Brisbane, one in Maroochydore, which is our flagship, and then online as well. And we do help online and Zoom, and so we can help with
Right.
all ways.
Okay.
And then we ship all over the world. So
Excellent.
very good.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm.
Excellent. And so what made you start that business years and years ago?
I put a lot of work into I was in an FMCG job and put in a lot of effort and got overlooked for a promotion and thought, what am I doing? So so I went and started volunteering for the McGrath Foundation. And
Right.
I'm a beautiful McGrath nurse who, to this day, I always say she bullied me into it. And it's wonderful that she did because I would never have seen myself here. And I ended up getting a redundancy from that job, so that was even better. So I would come to work in the beginning, one person might walk in. We had days nobody walked in. But I just believed in my heart there was a place for this sort of store. And we're pretty much known as, a mastectomy store. That's our first and foremost.
Right.
So rather than like you walk in a normal lingerie store and they might say, oh, yes, there's the rack over there with, four or five things hanging, we're the total opposite. Like you
Right.
walk in and we say, yeah, this is for you.
Yes.
You often
Right.
have ladies crying in the door just when they say, that's all for you. And they're in tears, like, oh my goodness, like such choice.
I know. That's amazing. Excellent. So talk us through what are the beginning stages of every customer that walks through your door? What are the questions that they ask and what are they looking for?
So the very first thing I guess we should mention is that Medicare is going to give the lady $400 every 2 years per breast for the rest of her life.
Right.
It doesn't matter when she had breast cancer. She could have breast cancer 20 years ago. As long as she has had breast cancer, she qualifies for the Medicare external reimbursement program. So that's great to know. So that sort of takes a bit of weight off. Oh, okay. When I come in today, I can pretty much get my form covered by the government. If you've got private health, you can then sometimes get your bras, maybe a swim prosthesis and other things as well. But
Right.
first of all, at least we know Medicare is going to help us out. So that's a good start. Then we usually ask questions like, where the surgery was. Are they having any fluid issues? Fluid can be a concern on the chest wall because, of course, if there's fluid here, when I go to fit them for a prosthesis, it's not going to fit the same once that fluid's gone. So it's really important that we check on their health beforehand. And then we basically start with, do you like a bra that's, flat? Do you like something that's molded? And then we start the process from there. So we would generally say that in the first few weeks, a lady might own something like this. So it's just a foam, just a little memory foam, very soft, no weight to it at all, but
Yeah.
it does give a lovely shape in under their shirt. The problem you can have sometimes with the little pillow ones is they end up all lumpy and bumpy and it's quite obvious that there's something there, where
Right.
this could just slide into the pocket of their maybe their compression bra that they're still wearing,
Right.
or little soft bra they've got at home, but it shapes like a breast, and that's what we want to be less detected. So from there, we would fit them in a start off with a basic bra. So something that's got no padding. A lot of ladies go, well, I would never wear something like that, but it's just for us to be able to make sure what size the breast is. And I guess in your industry, you would know well that if a bra doesn't fit nice, doesn't matter what top you put on or what
Yes.
clothes you've got,
Yes.
it's never
Yes.
going to look nice if it's
No.
not, don't have the foundation. So the foundation for us is to get them in a little thin bra. We use something like this. It's got no seams, nice and soft, cotton line. So it's really lovely on their skin.
Yeah.
And then from there, we can see what the other breast is doing and then match that really, really.
Right. And what sort of brand is that, for example?
That this particular one is American Breast Care, ABC.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we do. So Amona is the biggest brand, and we're an Amona concept store. So
Yes.
one of two in Australia. We have like True Life and Royce and ABC and what else? There's a Megami. So there's lots of brands. I'm
Right.
always hunting brands all over the world. If yeah, lateral, we would still do the same thing. That means you've had both breasts removed. We
Right.
would still pop you in a bra and
Yep.
then you have a play because now you get to choose what size you'd like to be, which you've never
Yes.
had to do before. So
Yep.
then pop in and they come in numbers. So they start in like 1 to 17.
Yep.
And we would just pop in a set and say, do you want to be bigger? Do you want to be smaller? And we'd basically just have a play until they go, yeah, this is me. You know, some ladies take advantage of being bigger because they've always wanted to have bigger breasts, and others are
Yep.
like, oh no, I don't want to be my size I was. I definitely want to be small.
Yes.
So to give you an idea, I've got two here. Like this is a size 1, so
Yes.
really lovely. And she's got
Yep.
like you see the little lumps and bumps on the back?
Yeah. So what's that for?
That's just to keep this off the chest wall to be a little bit cooler so that
Okay.
it can flow through. But yeah,
Yep.
that's really cute, that little girl. And then I've got a 13 here. I don't have a 17, but I've got a 13. So, you know,
Yep.
you can go to all
Yep.
sorts of sizes, and you can see this one particularly feels like a breast.
Yep.
So um, those sort of ladies who've had that sort of weight removed, although we don't put anywhere near the weight back that they've had taken off, we still want to have some weight so they get that balance and their posture
Yes.
is looked
Yes.
after.
Because it's all about symmetry then again, isn't it?
It is. And ladies will know. And when you get your pathology results, it tells you how many grams you had removed. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
always a great thing. So that when you go to a store to get fitted and they go, oh, that's so heavy, because now it's in your hand. Where once it's on a bra on your chest wall, your brain
Yep.
goes, oh, yep, that's back.
Yep.
It tends to set your posture almost straight away.
Right.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
really, really important. But good to know. It's like a party game, you know? What did I have? How much did I have
Well,
taken?
yes. It's all education, isn't it?
It is, it is.
Yes.
No, once we would do that, we would then talk about what sort of things she likes to wear. So does she like t-shirt bras? Is she soft and lacy? Does she like an underwire bra? So that we know what breast form is best for her. So if she's wearing a underwire bra, she might choose something like this. So this is a 397,
Yep.
actually designed in lefts and rights, and you can see it's quite nicely is going to fit into an underwire bra, and
Yes.
it's going to give her that nice shape
Yes.
through here. It's not going to stick out in the bra, but it's just going to give her that fullness on the edge, the same as she probably has on the other side. Very much probably in the heavier end, I would say, but you can see even when it's laying down, because it's got such soft silicone,
Yep.
almost just lying like a natural breast would lie. Quite
Right.
amazing technology.
Yes.
And then, unlike the little size 1 I showed you, see how it's a true triangle. So you can
Yes.
imagine trying to put that triangle in a round hole. It's
Yes.
not going to work because you're going to push the corners. You're going to create this uneven space. So
Yes.
we make sure that those sort of things are addressed straight away.
Right.
Even though she may not wear an underwire for 12 months, we still want to set her up with the right one. So if she said, I want to go back to an underwire, because she's only getting the money every 2 years, we would give her one of those that she
Right.
could wear either.
Yes.
So these ones that for the underwire, you can wear with both, no wire or wire.
Yep.
But something like this is purely just for a no wire bra.
Right. And so the bra that you showed before has a little pocket where that slides in, or does it just sit straight on the skin?
So I'll just show you this one. Sorry, it's hard to know whether how far away I get from the screen,
Yeah.
but you can
Oh,
see
yes.
just a little pocket on the side,
Yes.
just on the edge here, bilateral. So all bras will come with bilateral pockets on both sides, and that's just easier. You know, we don't know. You can imagine having stock just for left, stock just for
Yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah. No.
Be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So sometimes, because if a lady is bilateral, sometimes there's too much fabric here.
Yeah.
Uh, they will find because it's designed to go around the breast that exists. So they're not sure when they make this what side she's having. So sometimes they might need to just do a little tuck of the fabric on the inside to
Oh,
tighten
okay. Yeah, yeah. I know what you
stop
mean.
that sliding out onto their chest wall. So that's a little tip if anybody has
Yeah.
that issue. So
Okay.
from that, if we look at a few breast forms, so something then an everyday, so this is an ultralight. I know it's not easy on a video, but
Yeah.
you can
It's good.
see
Yeah.
it's a silicone prosthesis. Now, see, it's not as soft and gooey. And when I
Yes.
lay it down, see, it's not like the last one.
Yeah.
You can imagine that silicone is like cream. So on the last one, where it was really gooey, like this one, you can
Yeah.
imagine we've just poured the cream in, poured the silicone in. With
Yes.
this one, we've whipped the silicone to
Yeah.
make it like whipped cream, and therefore we get the lightness, but then we get that firmer feel because it doesn't have as much silicone inside. So
Right.
really lovely, quite light. They call this an ultralight, really lovely to wear. Then they've taken the same footprint and they've created one with air in the back. So you can see, might be able to see there's a bit of a
Yes.
squishy feel on the back.
Yes. Yes.
So I
Yes.
can adjust the air on there, especially if my chest wall is a bit uneven and the
Ah,
breast
yes.
wall tends to move. Where if I fill that with a bit of air, the air will move into the part in the chest wall
Right.
where I'm missing a
Yes.
bit of extra tissue and make you feel way more comfortable.
Right.
So there's all sorts. And I guess the one thing I'd say is when you go to get fitted, make sure you see other styles, not just get the first one they get out of the cupboard and go,
Yes.
this is for you. Because
Yes.
if I gave you one, you would just assume, well, there is only one. But with so many on the market, you want to try something different and different sizes. So
Right.
don't just let them assume. So we have like every size in the cupboard so that you can go, I'm not a 5, or I think I'm a 6. Let's just try a 5. No, I'm definitely a 6. Let's just try a 7. No, I'm not a 7. I'm definitely a 6. So
Yeah.
that we're getting as close as possible. Because
Yeah.
the idea is when the lady walks out the door, is that, nobody notices. And usually she's 2 inches taller because she's out
Yes.
like this,
I
which
can
is
just
so
imagine.
rewarding. It's just
Yes. I can
it's
just
a
imagine.
wonderful thing. So then there are also ladies who have had a breast conserving surgery. So they might have just had a lumpectomy. They're entitled to the money as well from Medicare.
Yep.
Then there's things like this. This is called an adapt air partial. And you
Oh,
can see again, it's got the air inside, quite beautiful, squishy on the outside, but they can just easily adjust this at home. So I've just got a bigger one so it was easier for our viewing.
yep.
I'm going to put this in my bra at home and I've got the little pump. And if I was by
Yep.
myself, I would just start
Oh, look
adding
how nifty that
that
is.
air to that. And then as I'm filling that up, and you can see that I pop it, like I could pop it out of my bra and back in and out if you wanted to. But I
Yes.
could just keep filling that to match my other breast. And the
Right.
beautiful part about that is I can just be at home by myself. And then you can see how lovely and soft that is against your chest wall. And it's
Yes.
feeling very much like a breast.
Natural. And so that's for women who've had a breast saving operation.
Correct. So they may
Okay.
have had, sometimes there's only a small amount removed and they may not even notice. But sometimes, even though a small amount's been removed, they might find that their nipple rubs or, something doesn't sit quite right. And that's generally because they need a small partial inside. And
Right.
you can see by the size of this one in my hand, this lady might have had half of her breast removed.
Right.
So
Yes, yes, yes. And that then still goes into the little pocket. It doesn't
goes
sit
a
straight on the
little
skin.
pocket. Yeah. So
Okay.
her breast, imagine that was like my hand,
Yeah.
then sit
We'll
this
just
around her.
cradle in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, beautiful. So that's for the partial, and then this one is for the full breast. So you can see it's actually quite a lot fuller, but we still
Yes.
have that air adjustment at the back.
Right.
If
Right.
you're at
Right.
home and you've got a well-fitting bra and you know you're a 12B, there's a size chart that say, okay, you're a size 4, and you pretty much can choose. As long as your bra fits correctly,
Yes.
you pretty much match your breast form at home by yourself.
Right.
But the
Excellent.
advantage of the pump-up ones is that you can then adjust that to be just like you.
Right. And things that come to mind are like, how do I wash this? How do I keep it from smelling? How do I, if I'm
Very
sweating?
simple. You just treat it like your body. So hand
Okay.
soap, body soap. Some ladies just wipe them over with a wet one or a wet
Yep.
wipe.
Yep.
Very, very simple to look after. There's
Right.
also one that contacts to your body. So
Yes.
for those ladies who might think, I don't want, I don't want to wear a breast form because every time I lean forward, the weight, and I can see like in the camera there, I'm sorry if I'm a bit high, but I'll just sort of try to. So when I've got the weight in my bra, when I lean forward, because
Ah,
the weight is now in the bra, it leaves the chest wall. So
yeah.
that's quite common that that happens. Okay, Adapt Air Contact is exactly the same technology, except now we've got this
Oh, sticky.
the chest wall. So if I stick that to my hand,
Wow.
that's going to be. So as the lady leans forward, it's now part of her chest wall rather than coming away in the bra like we just showed. Now, these have a 2-year warranty to keep
Yeah.
sticking. My
Wow.
hand is, nothing's
Clean.
attached to my hand.
Wow.
And then you just scrub that with a little brush and some special liquid it comes with, little soap under the tap, scrub, scrub, scrub.
Huh.
And they're quite amazing.
Quite
Then
amazing.
the
Yes.
other one I wouldn't say you would swim in because it does have the little hole to add the air, and I just wouldn't be 100% confident in that. However, they do make one in the 2 other styles which you can swim in, which
Swimming.
yeah,
Wow. That's
just
pretty amazing. And so, like, what's the sort of, how many customers would choose that over the insert?
I would say probably when you maybe about 20%. It's that younger
Okay.
ladies. So the younger ladies are more like, I'm picking up kids, I'm leaning forward,
Right.
forever I might be a school teacher. I don't want
Yes.
at any point anyone to notice that something is different with my chest wall. So yeah, they would use a contact. I always think if you, because Medicare's giving the money every 2 years, if you've got one that's in great shape, then why not try something different?
Yeah.
So next year, when your Medicare money comes, you can get something different like this. And then sometimes you might wear it, sometimes you mightn't. So it
Right.
just a choice in your cupboard. It does also come with a little cover, so you can put the cover on it and put it in the pocket of your bra.
Oh, yeah,
That works
yes,
both
yes,
ways.
yes.
Yeah,
Right. And obviously the a normal bra would fit over that if it's attached to your skin. You could wear
yeah.
your normal bra. Okay.
Right. You could also now, in saying that, you can't just put a maxi dress on and think it's going to stay in place because
Right.
that's not going to happen. It's not
Right.
stapled to your chest wall. It's just adhered to your chest wall.
Yeah, so you still need something to hold over it.
Dress, yeah. If you had a beautiful halter dress that you want to go out to dinner, you could definitely wear something that's got that strap around underneath to
Yes.
hold and then does up around your neck. Perfect. Yeah, you could definitely still wear
Because
that.
that kind of mimics a bra a little bit, but it's
Yeah, as long as
yes.
it's being held some way in place,
Right.
yeah, definitely, it's going to be it's a great way to get back into expanding your wardrobe to those clothes that you wore before.
Great. And in terms of size range, if someone is very petite with a big bust, like can you carry the selection?
So we do from a size range we carry is size 8 to size 30.
Yep.
So that's pretty much most women. And
Yep.
then we do from a cup size double A to the new ones that come in a H.
A H. Okay. All right.
Royce do the Royce is the only brand currently doing mastectomy bra up to a H.
To a H. Yes. Okay. Which is a substantial. Do you feel that covers most women in Australia?
We also have a corseteer who works for us. So
Okay.
should some ladies say, look, I'm larger than that and I might be a J or a K, generally if she's that large, when she has her mastectomy or breast conserving surgery, they will do a reduction on the other side.
Oh, they do. Okay.
That's very common.
Very
But if
common. Yes.
you just sew a pocket into a garment. So that's everyone's taken care of.
Everyone's taken care of.
Yeah.
Excellent. And are there some other questions that you've heard that we might not have covered yet?
I guess the weight factor is the biggest, is that it's so heavy. It's so heavy. And it's generally because the ladies have never continue to update, because as you can see, technology is going advancing all the time.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is to go back and say, hey, yeah, I want to try something different. I want to look at something new, rather than just giving up and thinking that's all there is, because it may have been where you got fitted, that may be all they had. But the
Yes.
thing is that they have, like pretty and like little petite, I pulled out like a little sort of petite and color, the things that are just colorful and pretty, and it's like it's out there.
Right. All right.
Like,
So there's
if you're
definitely
gonna have a
options.
nude bra, that everyone needs a nude bra, but everyone needs a pretty red bra too.
Yes, it's just, oh, tell me about your secret with the red bras. I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, so if you're wearing a white shirt, you should
Yes.
own a red bra. So red tends to just blend with the body, with the skin tone better. If you have a white shirt on, and you can practice this at home, and you've got a white bra on, it's very clear the outline of the bra.
Yes, it is.
However, hence we often wear nude because it's less seen, but red is just so lovely to have a red bra in the cupboard, but it just disappears under white. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's amazing.
And a lovely couple, a lovely lady and her daughter. Now, the mum was 91 just
Yeah.
recently. The daughter was like 63 or something. Anyway, they both were wearing white shirts, came in for a fitting, and they both left in red bras. And the mum was like, the 91-year-old mum, she's like, I'm so glad I did this in my life. Like, I've never done anything like this. It wasn't like climbing a mountain or anything. We've just got a red bra, but she was so excited. And it was like, oh, she walked out, like she almost floated out the door in her
Oh,
bra.
how
And
gorgeous. How
had she not
gorgeous.
have walked in a white shirt, I would never have been able to convince her to take it. But yeah,
No.
it was so sweet.
Oh, that's so good. So take us through the process because obviously I'm based in Sydney, you're based in Queensland. Let's say if I needed something, how would a Zoom consultation work?
So it's up to you whether I see your face or you don't. So
Yeah.
that's totally up to you. It's totally up to you whether I see your chest wall or not as well. But generally, ladies would pop a bra on and go, this is what I've had before. And
Yeah.
then they might say, I've got some swelling or I've got some fluid,
Yeah.
because we have a whole range of lymphedema garments for those ladies who have, got.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So generally, most ladies, they probably have their top off for, their doctors, their surgeons, the mammograms. They're quite comfortable of even hiding the other breast and then showing me the chest wall. And
Yeah.
then we can see where there are concerns and then finding the right garment for her lifestyle. So then what we would do is we would help you with the Medicare form. We would email you that information.
Yeah.
You'd pick out a few things you like. We would send you everything with a return post bag. What you didn't like and what didn't like when you put it on and didn't fit, you just send back. And we
Right.
you. So often, I know in parts of WA where we send garments to ladies and breast forms. And, I remember just recently I sent 10 bras and she kept a lot. And she's like, oh, I'll keep them all. I'm like, 10? Who needs 10 bras?
Because
She's
she
just
can.
She's like, I can't shop anywhere, and they're all so pretty. And I laid them on the bed, and I couldn't decide, so I'm having 10 bras. It was like,
Good honor. Good honor.
oh.
So, Tracy, you mentioned something like some people really like to stay flat. So, tell me a scenario. What sort of customer would that be?
Yeah, so on our website, we have a category called Flat and Fabulous, which I think these ladies are, if they're just, they're owning that and they're like, no, I still want to be flat. So we do have a range of garments that like this pretty little lace top that will sit flat on the chest wall. So pretty little things as well, because even though they might have had both breasts removed and they're happy to be flat, some ladies still like the feel of having a garment on because they've always worn a garment under their top.
Yes.
It still feels much more natural to put a little top on underneath and then put their t-shirt on. So
Lovely.
we do this little range of pretty things. And so I think it's really important that the ladies that are bilateral and want to stay bilateral is fine. I always just say that Medicare is giving you the $800 towards having like some prosthesis. And if you've got a little bump, one day you might want to wear a little bump, and then maybe you wear it every Pi day, but Medicare's paying for it anyway. So if you had the little bump,
Friday.
then why not? So yeah, like I said, I think that's important for those ladies to be recognised as well.
Excellent. Oh, that's lovely. That's amazing. Excellent. Any other categories on your website that we need to know about? That's flat and fabulous.
singlet. This is called a Valletta singlet. They come in lots of colors. So you pop your breast form into the garment. It has a built-in bra underneath, and then you're just like everybody else. Like
Yeah.
no one would even know you're wearing a breast form. Like it's
Yeah.
so discreet. Swimwear as well.
Yes.
There's swim prosthesis and there's swimsuits. So it's all out there to it's
Right.
just finding it.
And what the breast molds are made of, like I think you mentioned silicone, are there any safety concerns for that? Are there any
Well,
known?
let your cat get hold of it or your dog, but
Oh, right.
generally, like because you don't want to pierce it and have the silicone come out, of course.
Yes.
Although they're quite rigid. They're not what's the word?
Pinch proof or like knife
Yeah, yeah,
proof
yeah.
or
Put a
needles.
brooch on and you put the brooch through there because it was in your shirt and you caught it, then it would definitely pierce it. And unfortunately, that wouldn't be covered under the warranty. They
Right.
do have a 2-year warranty, so
Right.
anything that's actually a fault will come back. There's no real concerns about them. They're in the pocket of
Oh,
your
they're in the pocket. Yes.
garment. Some ladies like to keep their own bras and just put it against their skin. If you do that, there is a little pillowcase. It's, I think, 19.95. So they've got a little pillowcase they slip into
Right.
just cotton, and then you can slide that in and wear the bra that you've already got.
Okay. All
I always
right.
think, though, a pocketed bra is great because if you're active, you don't have to worry about it sliding out or,
Okay.
falling out or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't, that
Especially
would,
swimsuits. You don't want to
yeah.
have a swimsuit without a pocket. You want to have a safe space for your
Right.
breast. You don't want it
And
you floating away and looking like a jellyfish on the beach.
no. Yeah. And do you provide swimsuits as well?
Yeah, yeah. So we do have a full range of those,
Right.
ranging from size 8 to size 20, sorry, to size 30.
Right. Okay. And so when you have your at-home consultation, do you have to measure the chest circumference as well?
That's always good. So it's always good just to give me this measurement.
Yep.
If you've got a bra at home that fits you well, generally they'll go, "Oh, I've got this bra
Yep.
and it fits me really nice and I'm
Yes.
comfortable." And then we can find one that's similar. It's really
Right.
getting that right size first. So when they have the Zoom call and they'll often put their bra on, we go, no, that doesn't fit. So, it gives us a starting point and then we help educate of, that we must be pulling ourselves into the bra and
Yep.
making sure that all the
Yep.
tissue's in. Yeah, doing the little
The
rinse
scoop and
back. Yeah,
the
yeah, exactly. So that the bra fits, and that's the best way of then getting the
yes.
best dress form. If your bra doesn't fit, you're really starting from behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 definitely.
Really
Definitely.
getting dry.
And so in the Zoom, let's say if someone doesn't normally wear a bra, for example, how do you then cover the options in terms of band size? Like, would you know it from the measurement approximately what you would be? Yeah.
That's right. And then
Okay.
we can generally get a bit of an idea. And if she likes crop tops, they sell crop tops. We
Yeah.
just bras and crops and
Yeah.
every will make do. And that's why the advantage is we send them a heap of goods with a return bag. So in the privacy of your own home, you can put them on and you might actually change your mind and go, oh, I actually like this. And I would never have tried that before.
Right. Okay.
Always put something in the bag that they would never have thought, oh, I wouldn't wear that. We'll just see.
Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, yeah, you know. Um, Excellent. Okay. And any other sort of passions you wanted to share? You told me a little bit that you're working with Aboriginal communities as well.
It's trying to get our secondhand goods from ladies to share here in Australia and donate to rural communities. We're really trying to find that gap, maybe more Zoom opportunities or to get to those rural communities where ladies just can't come out to go to a store or
Yes.
there's no store in, a
Yeah.
thousand. So
Yes.
really quite sad that there isn't that availability. So the Zoom
Right.
is becoming quite common because ladies are like, well, I'm here on a station and I still want to look and feel good.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. And so do you see cases of breast cancer in those places too?
Yes, but no different, no
No
different.
difference. Yeah.
It's just, I guess, in the city, you're seeing more. Often we will fit ladies in hospital before they go back. So they might come down to the Brisbane, as probably happens in Sydney, and they
Yeah.
might have surgery before they then move back to their hometown. So we try to meet them while they're here and fit them in hospital. Or they may not wear it from day one. They at least get a fitting and say, okay, I
Right.
get an idea of what
Yeah.
size I am. and then they go home and they can order online.
Can order online. And though a friend of mine had the sort of a particular gene that was more prone to breast cancer. So she had a preventative one
Oh, yeah.
and is now being treated with her own fat. It's going to be it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So do you see that in Australia as well?
Yes. I mean, technology is just amazing. We do a
Yeah.
lot of surgical garments. So we try to, we help a lot of hospitals, a lot of surgeons, and we're really trying to be in that medical space to say, well, let's start the journey from the beginning and let's
Right.
help them with decent garments from day one.
Yeah.
And like I said, we do a lot of lymphedema garments and lymphedema singlets and all sorts of things that'll just help, with whatever issue, there's a garment out there for you. And I
Yeah,
think they
great.
just don't realize that. They suffer at home and not realizing that there are so many things on the market. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
much. I mean, we could do a whole session just on lymphedema.
Yes, right. And maybe we should one day. That might be another really good topic to do. And so if someone is changing cup size, over a year or so, you basically change the size of the prosthetic.
He's going to get the money every 2 years. So generally, if you lived in Southeast Queensland, had an opportunity to come to the store, we would actually, if you said, look, I've put on a lot of weight or I've lost a lot of weight, I would actually just take yours from you. Let's say we're 12 months down the track.
Yeah.
I'd give you a donated one. I'd put yours in the donation box and you'd walk out again with the right size fitting one.
Right. Okay. Or you could use the one that puffs it up as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and that's why that's become so popular. It's
Yeah.
our bestseller by a country mile for that very reason. Losing weight or adding, putting on weight.
Yes. 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 Because often when people lose weight or they put on weight, it goes into the breast tissue quite frequently.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Put on weight, it never goes there. It always goes,
It's depending what body shape you are. Yeah, that's right. And depending what stage of your life too.
Yeah.
Like, menopausal usually gets all round everywhere. So,
It's all
okay.
for us. I mean, I think the fact is that no matter what age you are, how your lifestyle is, whether you're very active or you're not, there's garments for you, and
Right.
there's a dress form that suits your lifestyle. So I think
Yeah.
that's important, that not to give up. There's something there. It's just finding that right connection and
Yes.
something you might feel comfortable with to go, yeah, I am struggling and I do need something different.
Excellent. And so with that little puffer one, the puff up one, that obviously comes out, the little
Yeah, so here it is. I've taken the pump out of that one that we were.
okay. Yeah. And it's easy to put in.
So the pump's quite easy because on this one you can see there's a little tiny triangle,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and that's where the pump goes. So
Aha.
there's a
Perfect.
little tiny spot in there, and I just sort of choose it between my fingers, and it goes straight in there like that.
Ah, yes.
Nice
Perfect.
and easy, and then I can pump it if I put on a bit of weight, add that
Yes.
up, and then just take that pump out.
Take that pump out. Okay, perfect.
So nice and simple. A lot of ladies would probably do it in their bra. So put the prosthesis in
Oh,
there.
yes.
They're then
Yes.
measuring up to the other side as they're pumping up.
That's
And they
smart.
they need to add a bit more or take a bit out. Yeah.
Yes.
Then if you put in too much, you just press the little black button and the air comes out.
Yeah,
So
comes out. Okay,
yeah,
that's easy.
it is very simple. You can do that
That's
at home.
good. That's good. Well, Tracy, how can people find you?
So we are in Queensland and Sunshine Coast, as I mentioned, with bricks and mortar stores, or
Yeah.
we're online,
Yes.
www.traceyg.com, and or they can phone up. So we're on Google where they could find us. But
Yes.
yeah, we're one of the biggest mastectomy stores in Australia. And like I said, we're always trying to find new brands.
New brands.
Any
Yes.
designers out there who want to get a new brand going,
Great.
there's always new things.
Excellent. Well, definitely a huge, massive thank you for your time today after your busy week.
Very well.
On a Saturday. So thank you so much, and I hope this shares the message even broader. And to all the ladies who need it, sending them lots of blessings as well on the healing process and amazing service that you give to everyone feeling their best in whatever shape that might be.
Lovely. All right. Thank you for your time.
So you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank
Okay.
you. See
Bye.
ya.